right, looks like I made it just in the nick of time. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are now going to show off one of our capstone games, one of our undergraduate capstone games, Your Average Bear. So without further ado, go ahead and check out.
Attention campers of Your Average Campsite. Recent events, I'm here to comment on an issue that we appear to be facing. This monstrosity by some as an average bear. However, you will see he is something completely different. Don't be distracted by his adorable demeanor. This thing and his critter freak quartet have been coordinating attacks towards the camper community. They steal our food through UBearEats. This is why we have hired some of our best and brightest rangers to take down the bear at all costs. These rangers are highly skilled individuals with years of experience. Oh, come on! Hey, delete that footage right now. While we want you to enjoy your experience at our camp, I am sending you this message to let you know that we are full steam ahead on... I'm done. Just stay clear of the bear freak, okay? An above average...
I love that. Every time I see that trailer, it makes me crack up. All right, we're back here with the Your Average Bear dev team. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Alrighty. Hi, I'm Mike, Ranger Mike. It's nice to meet you all. I worked as a producer on the game.
Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm the designer on the game as well as the mascot.
Hi, I'm Tim. I'm the gameplay and level designer as well as environmental artist on the team.
All right. Great. Trailer for Your Average Bear. Why don't you start by telling us what the game's about? What is Your Average Bear?
Yeah, so Your Average Bear is a stealth comedy game where you play as a black bear that camps from under the noses of campers and rangers, delivering it to your animal companions through a food delivery service called UBearEats.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate the puns so much. So I love UBearEats. I love all that. All right. Yeah. So how did you come up with the idea for this game?
It started with our artist, Josh. At the beginning of this semester, he pitched this idea called Your Average Bear, where you're just a bear sneaking around a campsite.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the idea itself, right?
Yeah.
What if a bear went through a campsite? Never heard that before. It's very original. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. It's super fun. Like these are the kinds of fun games I like to see in Capstone, right? So how do you go about getting that food? What does our bear?
Yeah. So implementing all the tools. The rock tool is actually the first one that we thought of, and overly built surrounding by combats. Distracting and like attracting around is pretty much like our main game loop. So we have all the placement kind of tools, so including like the bananas and like the smoke bombs, and we also added resource management to explore the campsite in order to obtain these resources in order to actually use these tools.
Yeah. Let's not about the penultimate tool, the piece de resistance, the branches. Everybody loves the branches.
Yes.
Yes, best one.
Yeah, honestly, like I there, right? Just look at him right there.
It's amazing.
Just holding off the branches, pretending to be a tree. That's classic. Yeah, so the game is very comedic, as we've mentioned several times. So what got you all interested in making a comedy game like this? Something that's sort of, fun for the whole family.
Comedy is just very fun. With comedy, you kind of have your own, like, you can just have fun with it, not really, I mean, you take it seriously, but not, like, too seriously. So I feel like comedy games kind of just have this really fun environment. I think that's something our teams especially have. We just kind of have fun, So I think, like, cracking dumb dad jokes, whole bunch of good puns, just like couldn't make these trailers, like him recording the announcer lines, like we just kind of goof off and have fun and get to put that in one silly game that people seem to like.
Yeah, at the same time, I think stealth game is a genre that usually don't have a lot of comedic elements in it. So really try as hard as possible to blend in those two elements together. And this is your average bear.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So during development, like, was there kind of a upbeat comedic development process, or did you run into any struggles while you were working on this game? Anything you wanted to talk about during the dev process?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, go ahead. In the first pass of the development, the level is actually entirely flat. And our game plan was to create vantage points that the bear can jump onto in order to like plan out and just overall plan out its like lines, paths, and then execute it. But that turns out to be really repetitive and boring after some point. So we added in a verticality system, like really huge open world map like this. Yeah. And at some point, since we have a lot of systems, that the players are getting really confused because they get thrown into the main level really quickly. So we added in the tutorial that guides the player what each tool does. And yeah, those two really help out our game a lot.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, there are always going to be challenges with any production that you do, right? Thankfully, because this was like a comedy game, most people were approaching this with like an air of levity, right? Like there were always like people joking in our Discord while we're making the game, talking about like all the good fun stuff, right? Everyone focusing on like a lot of the positive aspects. We didn't ignore the bad, right? But we dealt with it. And everyone just had like a really positive attitude, and I think that helped the game like immensely.
Yeah, honestly, I think it shows. I don't think you can make a comedic game unless you're having a good time making it, right? So yeah, one thing that I really wanted to touch on is that your game has gotten a lot of publicity recently.
Yeah.
Like you've gotten,
Like-
yeah. If you want to talk a little bit about that.
That was one of the scariest things, most exciting and weirdest things that happened in my life. So I remember I was getting up in the morning, and I figured, okay, go to work, check Discord, and then I see a Polygon article. I'm just like, wait, what? And then like I've seen like YouTubers, Twitch streamers, PC Gamer did a whole thing on Steam about top 5 Steam games, and it's one of the most mind-blowing things I've ever seen. Like we're making like a silly, fun bear game, and somehow it kind of blew up, and all of us are kind of happy about it, but we've all kind of also were just like surprised.
I'm still processing it.
Right.
It hasn't sunk in yet.
Like I've seen so many Ranger Mike things in the Steam in the Steam reviews and the comments that's just like, wow, people really and like just comments about the bear and retweets. I'm just like, people are actually really liking this. This is something like a lot of us probably grew up wanting to be game developers, right? And so now looking at this, being like, this is the most, you can't get more real than this. So it's like, I've made it. This is this weirdest.
It's a dream come true moment.
Yeah, it's a dream come true moment. Like I was in tears when I saw the Polygon thing. That was amazing. Like it's hard, as you can tell, it's really hard to describe it. But yeah, our game kind of blew up, and we're all very happy about it. We love all the people that have been and talking about the game, and we really appreciate it, and we're glad you guys like it. Thank you.
Yeah, you should all be immensely proud. You, the entire team, we're super proud for you. Like this game is fantastic, and it's really nice and validating to see other people also respond to the game in the way that they have. So before we sign off, what are you most excited about for players to discover when they play Your Average Bear?
There is so much that you can like go around and do. I think one of the favorite things that we've added in, we have like a little cosmetic system that just adds so much joy to my life. We also have like a couple fun Easter eggs, but just really the experience, right? Going out, using the tools, right? Just doing what you want, being a bear, enjoying yourself, right? the comments that I see on our Steam that make me the happiest, it's just like people saying the most random things of like what they did. Like one person going up to this one section in the level, spamming the roar button and just asserting dominance over the campers, right? Like that's what gives me joy. Like that's perfect for this game.
Yeah, the fact that our game is relatively open world and providing a lot of toolkits for the player, they can really just do what they want. They can just really be an average bear on the campsite.
All right, yeah. Well, just to remind everybody, the game is now available on Steam. Yeah, if you want to plug your socials.
We did just add a new build to, I will say we just added a new build to Steam just yesterday. And so now people can get an even bigger build. We're officially out of early access.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations. That's awesome. Yeah, so you want to plug your socials as well? I know that a lot of fun stuff happens on Instagram.
We post a lot on Instagram.
Twitter.
We have a lot of social. We have a Twitter. We have an Instagram. You can look up Your Average Bear, Your Average Bear Game Devs, Your Average Bear Game. We have a whole link tree, as you can see right here, to see all of our socials.
Excellent.
Go to Linktree. I think we have a section that has
I cannot
all
remember,
of the devs.
I
listed
cannot
out.
remember the names by heart, so please go to Linktree.
Go to the Linktree. Find all the devs.
Steam, Itch, Instagram, Twitter, everything.
Everyone on the team is incredibly talented. I want their talents to be recognized. So many people put so much work into this game, and they all deserve like recognition.
And someone, please hire him as a voice actor. His announcements are brilliant. Please hire him immediately.
Yeah, all right.
Hire all of us.
Yes, thank you again, team, for showing off the game. We are super impressed. And, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and cut to another Alt Control dev project from one of our master students. So I'll see you all in a little bit. Take care.